parents, and welcome back to the channel. I'm guessing if you are watching this video, you've definitely clicked like, you've hit the bell so that it can remind you when I post videos and all of that, and you never miss any of the content that we have on this beautiful channel. So like you guys know, this is a parenting channel, it's a mommy channel, and we speak about all things parenting and mommyhood. Okay, that's what it's about. So on this particular video, I wanted to speak about millennial parenting and how we move forward with regards to this millennial parenting. If you guys have watched any of the content last year or any of the videos previously, you guys have seen that we've spoken a lot about making parenting easier for for all of us. I feel like parenting should be a great journey, it should be an enjoyable journey, it should be a fun journey. So some of the things that some of the rituals that I follow to make mommying and parenting easier for me is, one, clean as you go. Like, that's the other thing. I know my husband thinks I'm crazy. He looks at me every time like, you've been picking up stuff the whole day. But I feel like then at the end of the day, you don't have this huge mountain of mess that you need to deal with, that is just a little bit here and there. And also often, so 2 or 3 times major cleaning a week, and then tidying up in between. So I usually dedicate Wednesdays and Fridays or Saturdays, sometimes Sundays if I get too busy on Friday and Saturday, because I am still a working mom. I work from home, and also I've self-employed myself now to do these videos and all this content for you guys, so that keeps me busy over the weekends as well, because then I need to shoot and not overlap with my other responsibilities and my other job. So that's what I then do. I dedicate like 2 or 3 days in between to majorly clean. That's like sweeping, mopping the floors and all of that other stuff, because they do get messy. I do have a toddler. And then the third thing to do is to use a slow cooker. So I've discovered the slow cooker. I know it's been around for a while now, but I'm a new mom, and I'm a little bit of a slow bloomer as a person in general. So I've discovered the slow cooker now, and I'm working on recipes that I want to share with you guys and all of that, and that are more South African centric, because I see a lot of the channels are more American centric, and there isn't really content around like South African recipes that work with ingredients that we've got here. We've always got to tailor them, obviously, because you get something, you tailor it, and with any recipe you get it, you tailor it anyway. But I want South African slow cooking recipes that you can freeze or make immediately fresh and all of that other stuff. So that's what that works for me. So, and then the next thing is, as a parent, to teach your little ones to tidy up after themselves. There's things that they can't do, which is why I end up tidying often, like I gave in the first tip. But there's things that they can do, like picking up their toys. She's learned now to put her dish away after eating. We're slowly and surely reinforcing that she is too. So it's reinforcing that as well, that you clean up after yourself, and as much as she can. Even if she makes a mess, you give her a little paper towel or a cloth, they wipe, so that they can learn. Nobody's going to do it for you, and then you come as the mommy and you do it properly. It's just about teaching. It's not about them perfectly doing it. It's about learning that they need to look after themselves and clean up after themselves, right? And then the next tip that I use, or the next ritual that I follow as a mom, is to prep. So I believe in prep. Like during the holiday time, I am homeschooling, so just like the normal schools took holiday, I also took holiday as parent, teacher, mom. And when their curriculum gets back, mine also gets back. So what I do in that time is that I use it then to plan out the curriculum, and to plan out what it is that I want her to learn, what she's learned, what she's understanding, what she's struggling with. And I also do a lot of reading and researching, especially around like what toddlers her age need to know, at which points do they need to know it, what she would have learned at preschool or creche or kindergarten, as sometimes referred to. So I try and read a lot and find out like where she should be milestone wise with regards to learning, if she was going to school every single day, and then I try and mimic that at home. And I do a lot of reading on Montessori and Montessori teaching and all of that. You guys know by now that I'm a big believer and a huge fan in the Montessori program and in the way of teaching and lifestyle and all of that. So then we try and follow all of that, and then I tailor make some of the stuff for her, like stuff that I know that she really loves doing. We try and incorporate in there. And then within her homeschooling and teaching time, I try and also incorporate playtime for her and I, and bonding time and all of that other stuff. So that's the other thing, is doing lots and lots of prep for that. So when you've got free time and stuff like that, is doing prep, not only for homeschooling but prep for other stuff. If you know that you've got to go see a grandparent, it's prepping for that, making sure the bags are packed slowly but surely. If you've got to cook a meal, you prepare in advance for that. It's prepping your work, prepping all of that. So at moments, sometimes when she's asleep, I'll then prep for like a meeting I know I have the next day, or if she's engaged or busy with something else that has taken her attention a lot, I'll go prep and do something else. So it's finding those moments to prep in between parenting, right? Then the other thing that I find as a routine really works for me is giving my little one bonding time. So I find why I say this is part of routine and prepping is because it helps with everything else. It helps with her behavior, it helps with her calmness, it helps with every single thing. I found if I dedicate time and have a routine of spending alone time just with her and having bonding time, then it helps with everything else. It's part of the routine. It's part of parenting. It calms her down and it brings her down a whole notch. That's what I've realized in being at home with her, is that when she feels she's not getting the attention that she rightfully deserves, and then some, because my little one really loves attention, then it becomes, I start finding that then she doesn't listen or she acts out or whatever. So I've made it part of the routine now to spend time with her and to bond, right? That's part of our routine. It works for me, and I'm sure it will work for you. So those are my tips on parenting and making this parenting thing a whole lot easier. The other thing is to schedule, just like you schedule alone time for yourself and for you and your little humans or little human, then you need to also make time for the relationship between you and your partner. That's very important. It's just as important as self-care. You guys know by now on this channel that I'm a huge advocate of self-care as an individual, as a parent, as a mom especially, because I feel like we put this to the wayside so much and we forget about ourselves, and then 30 years goes by and the kids are out of the house and you don't know who you are. So I feel and I believe, and I'm a huge advocate for that, but I'm a huge advocate as well for self-care of your relationship if you're in one, and taking care of each other as partners. So my husband will sometimes cook for me, I cook all the time, so I mean for him to cook for us is like, it's like a treat. And then if that doesn't happen, then maybe we'll get takeouts, or we'll watch a movie, or we'll just spend some alone time and some romance time, and that really works as part of your routine as a parent. And let's not even talk about the benefits of getting busy. It makes you happier, it makes him happier, it reduces stress and all of that other stuff. So schedule it in, ladies, schedule it in, put it in the routine. Now don't make it like routine like on a Tuesday at 10 o'clock or on a Thursday at 3. Just remind yourself that, okay, this week, or we haven't done it in a while, therefore it needs to be, or check in with yourself, when last did it happen and stuff like that, but don't like now have it in like a schedule that, come now, it's 10, it's time for that time, so just make it fun and make it part of the routine. It's just like with my little one, it's not like every day or every Thursday at 3 or every Monday at 2. I remember that it needs to happen. It needs to happen this week. If it needs to happen 2 times for us to have our bonding time, my little one and I, then that's what I do. If it needs to happen once, if I decide, okay, this week I'm very busy, I've only got time for like 1 moment of it, then it happens. If it happens every day for that week because I'm a whole lot less busier, then that's how it happens. But it's about remembering that it needs to happen and making a mental note. So these routines that we're speaking about are mental notes, are things that we just do normally, not stringent routine. We're not in the in the military, we're not running the home like a military, because then it starts becoming like stagnant and boring and stuff like that. It's got to be spontaneous and fun and engaging and enjoyable. That's what it's got to be the most, is enjoyable. It mustn't feel like routine. And therefore, that's it for this video. I trust that you guys enjoyed this content as well, that you're enjoying all the videos and all of that other stuff. And if there's anything else that you want to see, or any other topics that you'd like me to cover, please do comment. Follow me on the social pages, Millennial Mom on Facebook, Millennial Mom on Instagram. On Instagram and Facebook, I post a lot of recipes, stuff that I'm doing for the week, motivation and all of that other stuff, so I engage a little bit more and on a daily basis versus the videos that come out every here and there. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.